Hi folks, I'm going to show you one of our coolest new things that we've created. It's called the parallax section. And there's a couple things you can do with it, basically change the picture and update the text. There's really only two things you can do, but it's kind of cool. So if we scroll on down here, an example of our Onyx template, I'm just going to get to our parallax section and watch what happens here, right? The image here as he comes in, I'm just using I use the image of a kid because he's looking up to start with, then straight ahead, and then as he fades out, he starts looking down and the picture fades out. So basically we have three separate images that change as you go. Now I've used a cutout image of a school child here, but you can use any series of pictures you want. I just suggest when you do this that you keep the images about the same size, okay? Okay, now they don't have to be, I'm just open up the images folder here for the site. They don't have to be the exact same size. They're all roughly the same size. And I did this as an example, right? But the width on each is a little bit different, but the height is the same. And that was sort of the key. We can get away with having different width images. Different height images are going to look a little bit weird. So try and keep your images about the same height and about the same width. Okay, so there's a little bit of flexibility. But now to update, really all you have to do is pop into I'll just open that up again. Here's the website, and I'm not even going to bother going into an editor for this one because all you need to do is go to your library folder, go to your components folder. There's the parallax section, right? And you can do this in, like I said, you can do this in your expression web, library, components, parallax section. There's your images folder right there. There's the three images. Replace those with your own. And my Dreamweaver users, same thing. Um, you go into the components folder of your site, and there's the parallax section, and there's the images right there. Now to change the image, you just open up your page, and right here at the very top, here's where it's listed. I mean, you can change the name if you want. To make things easy, I just create three new images. I call them parallax hyphen section 1 PNG 2 PNG 3. Put them in the same folder as the originals, like so, right? But if you want to change the names or change the location, you can do so in the code of the page right at the top here. So just make sure you link your images in correctly. Other than that, all you need to do is once you've changed the images in the page is just sort of change the text. It's just pretty straightforward text with two links. Change it as you would change normal text in the page. Obviously the text is styled through a style sheet, so you're not going to see it in a library file. But the buttons down here, if you don't want something, you can just get rid of it. And then the text comes in three different parts. And I always, whenever I edit these things, what I do is I have a page and open in the browser, and I go, okay, well, there's the title there, there's the include parallax sections, there's the dummy text, and there's my two buttons, and I sort of pop back and forth um, between the page and the web browser to sort of have a little bit of a look here. Open it up, scroll down, complete professional, do it for the website. So that's the top one right there. That's the title, basically, complete professional website for your theme. And then we have the include sections and the text below it. Now what we did here for the complete theme is we just sort of wrapped a span class around it and give it a class of highlight 1 just to give it a little bit more punch, a different color so it stands out a little bit more. And you can do the same thing if you want. But really that's all you need to do. Can you go with fewer images? Absolutely. You can go down to one image if you want to. And all you would have to do is really just up at the top here, right? To get rid of an image, select the entire chunk of code like so and get rid of it. That's all you have to do. But we use some what's called data scaling here, or data animation, using the scroller animation script to change its position and its fading and that sort of thing. So that you can play around with if you want. I wouldn't advise it. It's a fairly lengthy course to learn how to use that particular script. So we've tried to do all the work for you. So all you have to do is change the image. But there are tutorials online to learn how to use the scroller animation script. But it's a fairly long. There's some fairly long courses. It's going to take a good couple of days to go through it if you wanted to get very complicated and learn how to do it for yourself.